In the crossing of the threshold of 2012, we have had this hands-off quarantine policy, but after that date, the quarantine will no longer exist. Now again, that does not mean that ships will be landing everywhere on your planet the very next day. What it does mean is, from that point forward, the agenda of contact between your civilization and other civilizations, such as our own, will be totally in your hands. There will be nothing on our side preventing that contact. But we will still take our cue from all of you as to whether or not you're actually ready energetically for such contact. Now, going ahead with the idea of the future, as we read your energy now collectively, it seems likely, most probable, if things do not change, that your inertia, your momentum in this direction will allow, after your year of 2015, you will know for a fact, and I'm not saying how you will know this, so please do not read into what we are saying anything we have not said. We are not saying how you will know this. Do not make assumptions about this. By 2015, thereafter, after 2015, sometime between your year of 2015, 2017, your entire Earth community will know for a fact that other life exists elsewhere other than your own planet. From that point forward, you will find that the most likely scenarios will be that there will be a few isolated contacts that will begin to step up and increase around your planet on a small individual basis or small group basis. But sometime between your years of 2025 and 2033 will finally occur what you call official open contact between your civilization and another civilization. We will not be the first ones to openly contact you physically. There will be another that will come before us. There will be another that will come after that. We will be the third civilization to openly contact you, and there will be more after us as those decades progress, until such time as you will find that beginning around your year of 2037, you will be being, in a sense, assisted in the very beginning stages of becoming, at whatever pace you are comfortable with, the global community that will eventually allow Earth to join what we call the Association or Interstellar Alliance as a new member, which you will be by 2050. So, now, this is as we read the energy now. And in those times, obviously, many different kinds of changes will need to occur on your planet, sociologically, politically, economically, so on and so forth. But they will only occur at whatever rate you are willing to let go of old beliefs of what you think you need, old fears that keep you from being your true full selves, but you are moving in that direction, and this is what the future holds for you if you continue in that way. A galactic expansion from what you may call the old idea, the so-called past idea of Homo sapien, to the future idea of Homo galactica. That is where you're heading. And this moment in your so-called history is the crucial crucible moment when all of this is changing, when you are going through this transformation, becoming the other from the one, becoming the latter from the former. And this is a very, very, very powerful and very exciting time in the Earth experience, which is why so many of you chose to be incarnated at this time. It's one of the reasons why you actually have the population explosion that you do. So many souls want to participate in some way, shape, or form in this exciting transformation that they will take almost any incarnation at all. Some will take themselves out quickly, but that's all right. That's all they needed to experience, to aid and assist in whatever way they wish to, or to gain the experience and have their soul understand that experience. It all works. It's all an orchestration. There are no accidents in that context on that level. Nevertheless, You are all hand in hand doing, in a sense, what needs to be done to bring all this idea out in the open. Many of you recognize that there may seem to be, from one perspective, an acceleration of negativity, an acceleration of violence. But really, this is because you're at the end of the cycle of limitation and you have to get it all out on the table and deal with it now because there isn't that much time left to deal with these things. You have to get all of the negativity out on the table in front of your face so that you can consciously decide what kind of a world you really prefer to have. So now that you know you're strong enough to deal with it, you're getting it all out of your system as fast as you can, having the most extreme examples come up because you are strong enough to deal with it. This is why recently we have now begun to remind you and allow you to know and help you to understand that while many people on your planet have for a long time thought that incarnating on Earth and being a human being on the Earth means that you're in some kind of low-level kindergarten compared to other galactic societies, nothing could be further from the truth. Earth is a tough school. You are earning your master's degree. You are so far from kindergarten, it is completely the opposite direction. You are in your master's program. That's why we call you the Masters of Limitation. You have, for thousands of years, in your terms of counting, experienced so many limitations, so many ideas of negative energy, so many degrees of darkness, but now you are transforming all of that into the light. It takes a strong consciousness to do that. It takes a very strong soul to be able to dive into very deep, dark realities, and yet still, with all that darkness, all that negativity, all that limitation, still find their way to the light, still transform that darkness into light. That takes a master. You are all stronger than you can possibly imagine. And you are not only learning this for yourselves, you are teaching this to other civilizations who may be going through their own transformations as well. Because Earth is one of the most, in a sense, limiting, not the only one, but one of the most limiting experiences we have ever come across. And other civilizations may be going through their own transformations, but may not be to the degree of limitation that you have experienced on Earth, to the degree of density that you have experienced on Earth. So the idea is that if they can look to you, and we help them look to you, we tell them stories about you and what you do, and when they look to you and go, well, if they can do it, then it's easy for us. So they learn from you. You are being not only great learners, but you are being great teachers.